Hey guys, L.GU here, and welcome to my little studio here in Italy. Today I'm gonna be doing a walkthrough of my remix for Mark Tarmonea's track, Hunting, and we will take a look basically on how the project is made, all the synthesizer, the atmosphere, the vocal by Mark, and yeah, all the stuff that are in there. So basically, the idea first coming up when I listened to his vocal right here, and and I first tried to make something cool with the bass, and yeah, if you're listening to my bass here, the idea coming up really fast and is this one, the main bass melody. You're haunting me. I don't want to need you. So yeah, all the project was made really fast. I was really inspired by his vocals, so yeah, I think that it's good to start on the kick, a short C to the kick, and yeah, basically this is a sample. And what I love to do later is to make my own kick in using this shaper box, just to shorten it a bit, and you can actually hear that without the plugin is more longer kick, and I shortened it a bit. And actually what I do with this shaper box is that I copy this wave and then I paste it in all of my sound, just to make it, I flip it vertical. There's a command here and you can flip vertical, and yeah, basically what I do is just sidechain, and yeah, what I do here is to make the kick sound as full as possible, and then the bass come in. And this is a trick that actually I use a lot in all of my release recently. And yeah, the bass in the first part of the song is composed by this diva bass here. A very simple patch made in Diva with a bit of automation going on with the cutoff of the Diva itself, then some compression, some distortion with the Decapitator. This is actually one of my favorite plugins right now, and yeah, some other distortion, some EQ with this lovely plugin from Plugin Alliance. And yeah, here I use the Soothe just because there was a lot of, sorry, my CPU is going crazy, and actually here there was a lot of resonance frequency in this area, and yeah, this plugin is magical for cut some for cut some frequencies from some resonance frequency that are difficult to control in the mix, and then some EQ to cut whatever I don't want in this bass. Then another layer, just a release bass that is made was made in Serum, with some decapitator Saturn for some more harmonics, and actually I cut a lot to just to keep what I want in this bass. Then this sub, and this come from Serum, basic sine wave. I split it in 2 octaves here because it don't sound when you play with these sound sub frequencies. Actually, this is a C sharp, and it goes to up near to 100 hertz and kilohertz. So basically what I did here is to add another octave that played the octave the lower octave of the sub, and together they sound more full in my opinion. And together with the bass, then I think it's good to go to the main arpeggio that is playing. First, here in the second drop, it comes this main bass sound. Sorry for the CPU. And this is actually a Serum preset that I made back in last year, I think, when the COVID in the first lockdown. And basically there is a lot of stuff going on, and this is how it sounds without any plugin. Then I like to use some big distortion with this send here to the decapitator. Then some saturation, compression, some EQ, distortion, the OTT, some reverb, Valhalla room in this case, some multi-band compression just to control better some kind of frequencies, and then another EQ just to cut out what I don't want, because other sounds are play the same frequency range, so I don't want this sound to full in 100 and similar frequencies. So next, the arpeggio that is made with a lot of layer. The first one sound like this without the plugin. This is actually come from Diva. I think that this Enamor preset that I grabbed from his Patreon page. I love Enamor music, as probably you know. I subscribed to his Patreon some month ago, and I grabbed this preset like this preset, sorry, and I changed it a lot, and it sounds like that. A lot of automation going on here from Diva, decay, sustain, the cutoff, and some other stuff to bring it interesting for all the track long. And some compression from Logic stock plugin, some EQ to cut out some frequencies, then the decapitator to make it sound brighter, together with this Mac EQ right here. Then the Echo Boy to add some nice delay, and then some other EQ here. Then this layer that actually is this layer here that it's pitched 12 octave down, and yeah, just to make the fundamental of this arpeggio sound better, in my opinion, with some transient designer here, just to make it sound more short and with more attack. And then, yeah, another layer from Diva for make it sound yeah, with more transient and make it sound more impactful in the mix. Then I have this track here. I think this come from, yeah, Mark own project. Actually, I think that I pitched it down this 12 octave down, and I came up with a really interesting sound, and I keep it more than like an atmosphere sound, more than arpeggio. But yeah, this is also from Mark own project. And yeah, with some delay and reverb and some EQ. And this is how all the arpeggios sound. With also this lead that is made in Serum, a lot of distortion here, some delay and reverb, and yeah, some other reverb. And yeah, then I like to split all of my drum in hi-hats and percussion. And yeah, first sound here, just to make the fundamental in this frequency range right here, and some tremolo to make it sound panned on the left and on the right. Then this closed hi-hat to make the attack of my hi-hat. A lot of transient designer going on in this sound, actually. I don't know why. No, okay, it sounds good. Also this panned left and right, just to make it interesting, and together how it sounds with the other one. Then a shaker, a closed hi-hat, another one, actually with some sidechain, tiny bit of sidechain, because I like my drum to sound impactful and with a lot of attack. Then these two closed hi-hat, this ride right here, and another ride that played in the first drop on the right, as you can see and hear. Just because in the second drop, to make it more interesting and different from the other drop, I had the exact same ride but panned on the left. And yeah, this is how all my hi-hats sound all together. I like to send all of my hi-hats to this channel here, and it's going on some compression, some from some Saturn here for some more harmonics into the sound, a tiny bit of CPU, tiny bit of transient designer to make it more impactful, more tacky sound. Then for some soothe, just to control the resonance, and then some EQ to cut out what in the hi-hat, what the hi-hat really don't need, because a lot of sample comes with a lot of low energy that you don't need here in the hi-hats. Then a short look to the perk, actually a clap This is from Mark's own project, and I layer it with 2 more claps. Then yeah, basically also here some compression, and then this nice ear candy here. Also a pre-shifted clap to make the clap like coming into the mix, as you can hear. It had more like, it feels like the clap is coming, and it sounds pretty good to me. Then something that I really like to do, this is the drummer from Logic, and yeah, with a lot of stuff going on, but basically yeah, this is a preset that comes from Logic, and I had some decapitator, some transient designer, tremolo to make it sound panned to the left and to the right, and then some EQ here just to control better the sound. Then another loop here, and this is how my percussion sound in the second drop, and there are more sound than in the first drop actually. Then the most dramatic part of the track, in my opinion, Mark's own vocal.
You're haunting me. I don't want to.
I changed it a little bit just because there was a lot of higher frequencies, but a really tiny bit, just to make it sound better in the mix, for my mix of this track. Some distortion here for more harmonics, and then the soothe. And then the reverb, some de-essing to the sound after the reverb, just to cut a lot of not a lot actually, but some of that sibilant sound here. And then the procedure, the proceed, just to make the reverb sound when the vocal actually don't play. Then the higher octave that it push in the back into the mix. Then I cut some nice vocal chops from the main vocal, and yeah, basically this is how it sound, the vocal in the drop. Also this one I push it back into the mix, and I think it's nice because sometimes you need some ear candy, so some sound in the back in the mix. It's important in our genre, musical genre, I think, to mix your sound properly, that you don't have all the sound right in the face, because yeah, basically you need to find good place in the mix for each component on the track. And yeah, here I have some atmosphere. This sound comes from Mark's own project. This I think I pitched down 12 octave from the original one. Also this one. Yeah, I like to play a lot when... This is actually the first remix I made, but what I love to do when I play with this sample is to try to play with them and find some good sound, because when you pitched up and down some sound, you came up with very interesting sound sometimes, and this was the case. And basically we can watch the main bass in the second drop. Sorry. And this is sound. This is how it sound together. But as you can see, there is a lot of layer going on. The first one we see before right here. Then another diva bass. And basically same thing as I did in the first drop. Some compression, then some EQ for cut what I don't want in the sound, then some distortion, then more harmonics here with the Saturn, more EQ, some reverb, and then some other EQ just to cut some frequencies right there. So basically this is how it sounds without plugin, and this is sound with all the plugin. Then this serum bass right here, with some EQ and some distortion, not too much stuff going on here. Then another Riz bass in serum with some long attack compression, because this type of compression like here has long attack and make the bass like this sound more fat, more punchy, with a lot of distortion going on here. Some more harmonics, and then I cut pretty everything from this bass actually, just because there was too much high frequencies going on in this bass, and in the bass like this I don't want to it sounds already full in the high spectrum, in the higher frequency, so I don't need too much high frequencies in this sound right here. And then this up. And this is actually the same sub from the first drop. And all this sound are going in this channel right here. And basically what I do is some compression with the SSL. I use a long attack, not too long, but just to pass into the compression some transient. Then some extra decapitator, Oxford inflator, another magical plugin that make it sound better. Everything you put inside of this plugin, actually. Don't ask me why, but it sounds more better. And then some pull tech here to boost a little bit in these frequencies, in the 8000, and a little bit in the 100 hertz. Then some other EQ to push more the higher frequencies and make some hair, and then another EQ. And then actually this group here is composed by all of my bass except the sub, because the sub going with this channel here into this other group here. I like to control as much as possible all of my sound. So in particular with the bass, I like to make a channel with all the bass up to 100 Hertz, and then one group just to glue it together with the sub and the other bass, and it sounds like this. As you can see, and you can hear some compression to glue all the sound together, some more inflator that is basically a saturation plugin, then some more EQ just to push more the upper frequencies, and then yeah, some more EQ to make it sound better in the mix. And yeah, this is basically there. We can take a short look on all of my effects. Some white noise, some violin here to build some tension. Yeah. And I think that we cover everything in the project. Yeah. If you have, guys, any question, please write me on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you want. And go listen to the remix. It's out now everywhere. And yeah, I want to thank another time Mark to give me actually the opportunity to make this remix. I enjoy a lot. It was funny to work on such a great vocal and some other atmospheres and similar sound. And yeah, I hope you enjoy, guys. I repeat, if you want to ask me anything, I'm open to any message, so please text me on Instagram or whatever you want. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and bye, ciao.